You know what's crazy? We spend so much time obsessing over the perfect workout plan, the perfect diet, the exact macro split, the ideal supplement stack. We're out here watching 50 different fitness influencers telling us 50 different things. But meanwhile, we're completely ignoring the simple, unglamorous daily habits that actually move the needle. So today, I want to talk about 7 habits that honestly changed everything for me. And look, I'm not saying you need to do all 7 starting tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. That's actually a recipe for burnout and failure. But if even 1 or 2 of these resonate with you, if they make you think, yeah, I could actually do that, then give them a shot. Let's dive in. Habit 1. Move your body every single day. Alright, habit number 1, move your body every single day. And notice I very specifically didn't say work out every day or hit the gym every day. There's a massive difference here that people miss. Some days, yeah, it's a full gym session. I'm there for an hour lifting heavy, pushing hard, getting after it. But other days, it's a 15-minute walk around the block while I listen to music or a podcast. It's spending 10 minutes stretching on my living room floor while I watch TV. It's deliberately parking farther away and taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Here's the thing, your body wasn't designed to sit in a chair for 12 hours straight. Our ancestors were moving constantly, walking, hunting, gathering, building, and our bodies still crave that movement. And there's actual science backing this up. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that just 11 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity per day was associated with a lower risk of early death. 11 minutes. That's less time than most people spend scrolling social media before getting out of bed. Another study from the Mayo Clinic found that people who sat for more than 8 hours a day with no physical activity had a similar risk of dying as those posed by obesity and smoking. That's wild when you think about how normalized sitting all day has become. Once I made movement non-negotiable again, not intense exercise, just general movement, my energy levels completely shifted. I stopped feeling sluggish in the afternoon. My mood improved because movement releases endorphins. Even my sleep got better because my body was actually tired at the end of the day. So start small. 10 minutes. Literally just 10 minutes of intentional movement. A short walk, some basic stretches, dancing in your kitchen, whatever. Just don't let a day go by where you're completely sedentary. Because a body in motion stays in motion and a body at rest. Well, you know how that goes. Habit 2. Drink water like it's your job. Number 2, drink water like it's your actual job. Like someone's paying you to do it. I know, you've heard this a million times. Every health article, every fitness guru, your doctor, your mom, everyone tells you to drink more water. But here's the thing that nobody really explains. Most of us are walking around mildly dehydrated literally all the time, and we don't even realize it because we've normalized how terrible it makes us feel. That afternoon slump where you can barely keep your eyes open, the random headaches that come out of nowhere, the brain fog where you're reading the same sentence 5 times and it's still not sinking in. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of times it's just dehydration. Research from the University of Connecticut's Human Performance Laboratory found that even mild dehydration, like just 1.5% loss in normal water volume, can affect your mood, energy levels, and ability to think clearly. And most people don't even realize they're dehydrated until they've lost 2% or more of their body water. Your body is somewhere between 50 to 70% water depending on your age and body composition. Water helps regulate your temperature, lubricates your joints, transports nutrients, removes waste, aids digestion, and basically keeps every single system in your body functioning. Without enough water, everything works less efficiently. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that adequate hydration can improve physical performance, especially during intense exercise or in hot environments. We're talking about better endurance, less fatigue, and improved temperature regulation. I keep a water bottle with me everywhere now. In my car, at my desk, on my nightstand, in my gym bag. If it's in front of me and visible, I'll drink it. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Try this tomorrow. Start your morning with a full glass of water before you do anything else. Before you check your phone, before coffee, before breakfast. Just water. Room temperature or cold, doesn't matter. It literally wakes up your digestive system, rehydrates you after sleeping for 7 to 8 hours, and sets a positive tone for the day. And if you struggle to drink plain water, add some lemon, lime, cucumber, or get one of those flavoring packets. Whatever works, just get the water in. Habit 3, prioritize sleep. Seriously, habit 3, and this one's absolutely huge, prioritize your sleep. Like actually, genuinely prioritize it. We live in this weird culture where sleeping less is somehow a badge of honor. People brag about functioning on 4 hours of sleep like it's impressive. I'll sleep when I'm dead, or hustle culture or rise and grind at 4 a.m. every day or whatever. And I'm gonna say this bluntly, it's complete garbage. Your body needs sleep. Not wants it, needs it. Sleep is when your body repairs damaged tissue, when it builds muscle, when it processes emotions and memories, when it regulates hormones like cortisol and growth hormone, when it strengthens your immune system. Literally every single system in your body depends on quality sleep. And the research on this is honestly scary. A study from the University of California, Berkeley found that sleep deprivation disrupts your brain cells' ability to communicate with each other, leading to temporary mental lapses that affect memory and visual perception. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine published research showing that adults who sleep less than 7 hours per night are at higher risk for obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and mental distress. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested, it's about your long-term health. There's also fascinating research on sleep and muscle recovery. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that sleep deprivation significantly reduces muscle protein synthesis. Basically, if you're not sleeping enough, your muscles literally can't recover and grow as effectively, no matter how good your workout or diet is. I used to get by on 5, maybe 6 hours a night if I was lucky, thinking I was being super productive, thinking I was optimizing my time by cutting sleep. I wasn't optimizing anything. I was irritable and short-tempered with people I cared about. I made objectively worse decisions. I craved junk food constantly because my hunger hormones were all messed up. My workouts were trash because I had no energy. My recovery was non-existent. Now I aim for 7 to 8 hours every single night, and it's non-negotiable. I treat it like an important meeting I can't miss. I have a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. I don't vary by more than an hour. I dim the lights in my house about an hour before bed to start telling my brain it's winding down time. I put my phone in another room so I'm not tempted to scroll. I keep my bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And yeah, it made a massive, noticeable difference in literally every area of my life. You cannot out-exercise poor sleep. You cannot out-diet poor sleep. You cannot out-supplement poor sleep. It's the foundation that everything else is built on. Fix your sleep and everything else gets easier. Habit 4, eat real food. Number 4, eat real food. Actual food. I'm not about to sit here and tell you to cut out entire food groups or follow some super restrictive diet with a million rules. That's not sustainable for most people, and honestly, it's not fun. Life's too short to never enjoy food. But here's what I mean by real food, stuff that actually came from the earth or an animal. Vegetables, fruits, lean proteins like chicken or fish or eggs, whole grains like rice or oats, nuts and seeds. Food that your great-grandmother would look at and say, yes, that's food. The less processed something is, generally the better it is for you. If you pick up a package and there's an ingredient list longer than your arm full of words you can't pronounce and chemicals you've never heard of, maybe reconsider. Does that mean never eat it? No, but it probably shouldn't be the majority of your diet. And there's real science behind why ultra-processed foods are problematic. A study published in the British Medical Journal analyzed data from over 100,000 people and found that a 10% increase in ultra-processed food consumption was associated with a 12% higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Another fascinating study from the National Institutes of Health had people eat either ultra-processed foods or unprocessed foods for 2 weeks, with both diets matched for calories, sugar, fat, and other nutrients. The people eating ultra-processed foods consumed about 500 more calories per day and gained weight, while the unprocessed food group actually lost weight. Same calorie availability, completely different outcomes. The thing about real, whole foods is they're naturally more filling because they have fiber, they have micronutrients, they have substance. Ultra-processed foods are literally engineered to make you want to eat more of them. That's not a conspiracy theory. Food scientists are paid very well to create that perfect combination of salt, sugar, and fat that hits all your pleasure centers and keeps you coming back. And look, I still eat pizza. I still have dessert. I still go out to restaurants and enjoy myself. This isn't about perfection or being orthorexic or making yourself miserable. It's about making the majority of your meals, let's say 80%, actually nourishing your body instead of just filling space or hitting some temporary craving. When you fuel your body with actual nutrients, you feel different. More energy, better mood, clearer thinking, better workouts, better recovery. Your body finally has the raw materials it needs to function optimally. Habit 5. Take breaks from screens. Habit 5. Take real, genuine breaks from screens. This one's tough, I'm not gonna lie, because our entire lives are basically on our phones and computers now. Work emails, social media, news, texting, entertainment, banking, shopping, everything. We're constantly staring at glowing rectangles. But all that constant stimulation and blue light and information overload is legitimately frying our brains. Our brains weren't designed for this level of constant input. We're not meant to be reachable 24/7. We're not meant to consume an endless stream of other people's curated highlight reels. We're not meant to have 47 tabs open in our brain at all times. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that the blue light emitted by screens suppresses melatonin production. That's the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. This is why scrolling on your phone before bed can make it harder to fall asleep and reduces your sleep quality. There's also compelling research on what's called continuous partial attention. A study from the University of California, Irvine found that it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to fully refocus on a task after an interruption. And most of us are interrupting ourselves constantly with phones, notifications, and screen switching. I started doing this thing where I take at least 1 hour every day, usually in the evening after dinner, where I'm completely screen-free. No phone, no laptop, no TV, no iPad, nothing with a screen. At first, it felt legitimately weird and uncomfortable. I catch myself reaching for my phone out of pure habit. I felt this low-level anxiety like I was missing something important. But I pushed through it, and now, that screen-free hour is my favorite part of the day. It's my actual recharge time. I'll read a physical book. Remember those? I'll cook an elaborate meal and actually enjoy the process. My stress levels have dropped significantly since I started this. My sleep improved because I'm not staring at bright screens right before bed. My attention span got better. I feel more present and less scattered. Even if you can't do a full hour right away, try 20 minutes. Put your phone in a drawer in another room and just be present with whatever you're doing. It's harder than it sounds in our hyper-connected world, but man, it's worth it.